Let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you're running on a financial treadmill? You get a raise, you feel a brief moment of relief, but then, somehow, your expenses rise to meet it, and you're right back where you started. It's a frustrating, endless cycle. You work hard, you earn a decent living, yet at the end of the month, there's little to nothing left. You tell yourself, if I just earned a little more, things would be different. But what if I told you that's a lie? A lie we've all been sold. What if the real problem isn't the size of your paycheck, but a hidden force quietly draining your bank account? This is the great deception of our time, a silent money trap that ensnares millions, keeping them perpetually broke, stressed, and unfulfilled. And it has a name: consumerism. The common narrative is simple: I need a higher salary. We see people with lavish lifestyles and assume their income is the key. We chase promotions, side hustles, and lottery tickets, all under the assumption that more money is the magic bullet that will solve all our financial woes. But look around. You probably know people who earn a lot more than you, yet they're still living paycheck to paycheck, drowning in debt. Why? Because as their income grew, so did their appetite for stuff. A bigger house, a fancier car, the latest gadgets. This isn't a failure of income, it's a failure of mindset. It's a deeply ingrained spending culture that dictates that our self-worth is tied to our possessions. It's a culture that tells us to spend first and ask questions later. This spending culture has a powerful engine, and it's called consumerism. It's not just about shopping, it's a sophisticated psychological system. It's the ad that pops up on your phone for something you just talked about. It's the influencer on Instagram showing off a life you're told you should want. It's the limited time offer that creates a false sense of urgency. It's the easy credit that makes a $2,000 purchase feel painless, for now. This system is a master of manipulation. It preys on our insecurities, our desire for status, and our fundamental need to belong. It whispers in our ear that happiness is just one purchase away. It's a carefully constructed illusion designed for one purpose: to separate you from your money, to make you a perpetual customer, buying things you don't need with money you don't have to impress people you don't even know. But what if there was a way to break free? An antidote to this poison? That antidote is minimalism. Now, when you hear that word, you might picture stark white rooms and owning only 3 shirts. And while that's one expression of it, it's not the core idea. Minimalism isn't about deprivation, it's about intention. It's about consciously choosing what adds value to your life and removing everything that doesn't. It's the radical idea that you are in control, not the advertisers, not the trends, and not your impulses. It's about shifting your focus from acquiring more to more. It's about discovering the profound and powerful truth that true wealth isn't measured by the things you can buy. It's measured by the freedom you have. The freedom from debt, from stress, and from the constant pressure to keep up. It's about realizing how little you actually need to live a rich and fulfilling life. Let's start with the consumerism trap. It's not a rusty bear trap in the woods. It's a gilded cage we willingly walk into. It's subtle, pervasive, and incredibly effective. It whispers to you through targeted ads, shouts from billboards, and is glamorized by influencers. The system is designed to make you feel inadequate without the latest and greatest. The iPhone upgrade? They've engineered your old one to feel slow just as the new one is released. That fast fashion haul? It's designed to fall apart, pushing you right back to the online store. At the heart of this trap is a powerful, deceptive promise. If you just buy this one more thing, you'll finally be happy. You'll be more attractive, successful, admired. Consumerism sells you an identity, a shortcut to the life you think you want. But the happiness it delivers is a cheap imitation. It's a fleeting dopamine hit that arrives with the package on your doorstep, a temporary high that vanishes the moment the novelty wears off. This is the hedonic treadmill. The thrill fades, but the credit card bill remains, a stark reminder of a promise unfulfilled. And here's the most insidious part. Consumerism doesn't just drain your bank account, it steals your most valuable, non-renewable resource, your time. It locks you onto a hamster wheel. You work harder and longer hours, not to build wealth or pursue a passion, but to pay for the things you've been convinced you need. You trade precious hours of your life for depreciating assets. That expensive car requires a high-paying job, which means more stress and less time with your family. That bigger house needs more furniture, more maintenance, and more of your energy. You become a caretaker for your possessions. You're so busy working to afford your lifestyle that you have no time left to actually live it. This isn't freedom. It's a prison with invisible bars, built from societal expectations and clever marketing. The illusion of choice is powerful. We believe we are in control, but the game is rigged. The needs are manufactured, the desires implanted. Breaking free requires recognizing the trap for what it is and consciously choosing a different path. A path that prioritizes experiences over possessions, freedom over clutter, and fulfillment over the temporary thrill of the next purchase. Now let's flip the script. There's a huge misconception floating around that minimalism is just a fancy word for poverty, a life of stark, empty rooms and joyless self-denial. But that couldn't be further from the truth. True minimalism isn't about what you lack, it's about what you intentionally keep. It's a powerful shift in mindset, moving from a place of passive consumption to active curation of your life. The fundamental question changes. A consumer, trapped in the cycle, asks, "Can I afford this?" Their decision is based on credit limits and payment plans. But a minimalist asks a much deeper, more liberating question. Do I actually need this? Will this item add genuine value to my life, or will it just become more clutter? This simple question acts as a filter, cutting through the noise of clever marketing and social pressure to keep up with the latest trends. It's the first step to taking back control. Will this item add genuine value to my life, or will it just become more clutter? This simple question acts as a filter, cutting through the noise of clever marketing and social pressure to keep up with the latest trends. It's the first step to taking back control. Think about it this way. Instead of 50 pairs of cheap, fast fashion shoes that fall apart after a season, they buy 5 high-quality ones. They look better, feel better, and the cost per wear is actually lower in the long run. They choose enduring style over fleeting trends. Instead of a giant house stuffed to the brim with things they barely use, creating a constant low-level stress of cleaning and organizing, they create space. Not just physical space, but mental space. Space to think, to breathe, to be creative. Space for freedom. This philosophy extends directly to your finances, which is where the real magic happens. The average person bleeds money through 1,000 tiny cuts. That daily $5 coffee, the multiple streaming services you barely watch, the gym membership you haven't used in months. Instead of spending $500 on these random, value-draining items, a minimalist redirects that same $500 into assets. They invest it. They put it into index funds, into stocks, into their own education, or into a business. They understand the power of compounding, where that money starts working for, growing silently in the background. This is the fundamental difference between looking rich and actually building wealth. Every single dollar you consciously choose not to waste on something you don't need is a dollar you can use to buy your freedom. Freedom from debt, freedom from a job you hate, freedom to live life on your own terms. So let me ask you this. Are you living for more or living for enough? Because consumerism is a trap designed to keep you broke and exhausted. Minimalism is a tool designed to make you free and wealthy. At the end of the day, the question isn't can you afford it? The question is, do you actually need it? And trust me, freedom tastes better than clutter ever looks. Want to go deeper? Tap the next video for more money-saving secrets and level up your financial game.